The clock is ticking to pass the Radiation Exposure Compensation Act, and a St. Louis advocacy group is asking for Speaker Mike Johnson to bring RECA to the House floor. The deadline for the House to vote on RECA is just weeks away. 5 News Side's Megan Kernan talked with Just Moms STL today about their continued push for the legislation. Megan?
Kelly, it's a fight for federal compensation. The co-founders of Just Moms STL returned from Washington, D.C. last night. Now, they've been to D.C. before, but say this was their most successful trip yet. A legislative deadline for thousands of St. Louisans affected by radioactive waste is near. Karen Nickel and Dawn Chapman with Just Moms STL continue the fight to get RECA through Congress.
They really had no idea that we were still being exposed here. That we had found radioactivity in our parks and in our homes and in our backyards and schools.
This week, they took their 5th trip to D.C. since September, sharing personal stories of victims in our area, including Chapman's son.
But my son has been very ill for 2 years. He's actually been ill for longer than that, but with another illness, and almost bedridden. It's been very difficult. And we don't have a medical reason why.
Her fight is not just for her son, but for every victim. For months, the group has tried to meet with House Speaker Mike Johnson. Thursday, one step closer to that goal. Congresswoman Ann Wagner helped Nickel and Chapman set up a meeting with Speaker Johnson's policy director.
I think that he was a little bit stunned, and a little bit of emotions were flowing in that meeting from him and from the other 2 members of the Energy and Commerce Committee, people that were in that meeting as well.
They have been told they have enough votes. All that's left now is for the Speaker to bring RECA to the House floor for a vote.
We did more than we set out to do, and we didn't even have time to prepare. So I think that we're being carried, and I think that we did enough. I think he's going to move.
Nickel and Chapman feel hopeful that RECA will pass. Today they spoke to Senator Josh Hawley, D.C., who is also advocating for Speaker Johnson to bring the vote to the floor. More advocates from our area will travel to D.C. next Wednesday to advocate for RECA as part of Atomic Bomb Victims Day. Ann?